couple of days ago I got the CD, and I still buy CDs, right? Yeah. Matt Monro's called The Lost New York Sessions. So I got kind of curious because I have been a fan of his voice and his music, and so I got it, and I really love the particular album. This is the 2 CD set. One is this Lost New York session when he came to Los Angeles or New York, right? Yeah, okay. To record and for Capitol Records. This is after Frank Sinatra left the Capitol Records, circa 1966, and Nat King Cole already passed away at that time in Capitol Records. Two popular artists. So Capitol Records trying to get new talents, right? And Matt Monro was already big in Britain, England, and so he came to the US to enjoy the success in America. But anyway, when I got to know him, the Matt Monro's voice was when I was probably about 15 or 16 years old. Probably I was about, junior high or high school kids in Japan, and it came out. The particular song is from Russia with Love. This is, of course, the movie of the same title, James Bond movies, title song, From Russia with Love. And that particular voice, when he sang it, of course, this particular movie was a big hit all over the world, and this particular song is also big hit in all over the world. So I got to know that. And I really loved this particular song, From Russia with Love. And then after that, the song called Walk Away. Walk Away was probably the second song I got to know about him. And I was still in high school. And when I listened to Walk Away today, I always remember this friend in high school who are, pretty good friends of mine. And he, we are, like very busy in studying, for entrance exams or something for the college. And so, listening to pop music was like a very frivolous hobby then at the time. But I was a bit fan of pop music, and probably I was talking about it among friends. And these friends told me, last night when I was studying about 12:30 in the midnight, this music came from the radio. It's Matt Monro's Walk Away, and he was so moved by the lyrics, the meaning of the lyrics of the music, and his voice, beautiful silky voice, and he was so taken, and he was telling me that particular story, and I was listening to the story, and I like that too, but the particular image of that him telling me that particular song was when he was studying during the midnight or whatever, came from the radio, and I really understood the particular feeling he had. The particular feeling is very kind of a comforting, and romantic, and you, for one thing, that you want to get away from the studying and trying to get away from that particular stress, and pop music was the best thing around that time for us to do that. Yeah, that's why how I remember Matt Monro, the walk away. And then he had lots of big hit, like a Born Free, some other songs. But I always thought that he's coming from Britain. Therefore, it's a little bit off from the mainstream of American pop music. At that time, I was already smitten by the, Sinatra, Nat King Cole, and all those great singers from US. And so British pop music in the, along the line of the Sinatra and Nat King Cole was a little bit off, a little bit strange, because those vocal music should come from America, not from Britain. But I was listening. Then, he had lots of hit songs at the time. But when I came to the US, I got to know some other songs that he made a big hit out of. I think he has a little bit tough time in pop chart, maybe, and he decided to record in Spanish in Spain. And this music is called The Music Played. This particular song, I got to know that particular song when I was in Japan, because some Japanese singer is singing in a completely, Japanese lyrics, which is different from the original English lyrics. And so I'm familiar with the tunes, but when I heard him singing this English lyrics, it was so beautiful. He said, like, when the music played or whatever, he sing like that, and that was very, very nice. Then after that, also from the, I think the same period, I think the same vein of singing in Spanish, the song called All of a Sudden. And I didn't know that until much later, the particular song existed. But when I heard it, yeah, with very good voice of Matt Monro singing this very, very romantic songs, and I was taken. So those the music played, and all of a sudden became some of my favorite Matt Monro song, besides Walk Away and From Russia with Love. Of course, and he had this first hit of him is The Portrait of My Love, and this particular song I got to know with Steve Lawrence, American singer, right? Steve Lawrence song. And I never thought that was coming from Matt Monro's original hit in Britain. I didn't know that for a long time. And yeah, so all these songs, whenever I listen to, I like to listen to them again and again, because it's so beautiful voice, and so nice to listen to his renditions of those great songs, besides his mostly original pop songs there, like the music played, and all of a sudden, and walk away, and from Russia with love. So I got this CD. It's called The Lost New York Sessions. This is the 2 CD set. One CD is dedicated to this Lost New York Sessions. The other one was the best of Matt Monro, the hit songs in this particular CD. All of them there. My favorite songs is there. So I have to get that particular albums, and I got it only like a couple of days ago, and I listened to it, and I was so glad that I got that particular CDs because it is this New York Session CD is a very American. I would say, you associate Matt Monro as a little bit different from American popular songs, but in this particular New York session, I think he went to New York to record this for Capitol Records, and definitely the phrases, the way of singing is more or less like Frank Sinatra. Definitely he was imitating Frank Sinatra, especially in this particular album. There's this second take, third take, or fourth take, or something like that, with different songs in as a bonus there. And so I listened to them, those second take, third take, seventh take, or whatever, and they are almost like a Frank Sinatra, but more beautiful tone of voice there. And so, wow, I wondered, he intentionally trying to imitate Sinatra in this particular session. Probably Capitol also, trying to make him more or less like American, crooner or whatever it is, to make sounds like Sinatra. So that was very interesting. And also arrangement, music arrangement is the very, it's not orchestral arrangement. It's like a 3 or 4, the instruments back up, like a piano, drums, and guitar maybe, or something like that. And it's very intimate setting there. And I love that particular setting. And mostly, whenever I buy the Matt Monro CD, I have so many of them by now, but it's almost like it's compendium of his hit song together. So, his hit song is all over the place of the, big orchestral belting out singing to the more intimate type of singing. And so, I didn't like that. I like to have like original, more consistent arrangement albums I like to listen to. And so it is. This one is very original, New York session, very original, and I love that particular intimate setting, singing. Of course, his voice is still, this is about 1966 recording. I think he went to around that time to establish himself to live in the US, and he lived in the US for a while in Los Angeles, very luxurious, because he was making a hit and he was very, popular. And but I think after a while he became homesick, and at the same time his popularity in the US is still, it's not like a caliber of the Sinatra and Nat King Cole, even though he was very popular. But I think he's in the middle of the limbo stage, because he's a British, he's not American. Many American fan wanted him to be, you know, kind of a baby confused that he's British singer and his voice is beautiful and everything. He, you know, people like it, but always felt that he is, you know, foreigner coming from Britain, and that particular thing become like a hurdles for him, and his popularity probably didn't go up as much as he expected. And also during that time he got very, very homesick because he's from like a working class London, and so he went back to London and he passed away, well, at the age of only 54 years old. So it's about 1978 or something like that, very, very early. And so yeah, kind of I felt that yeah, that was a little bit loss for that particular beautiful voice. I consider him today one of the most beautiful voice graced in the world today, in the past, you know, along with Sinatra, Nat King Cole, you know, Jack Jones, Tony Bennett, Steve Lawrence, you know, all these great singers. Yeah, so if you have a chance to be able to listen to some of his songs, and if you had access to this New York Session album, I strongly recommend that you will listen to that if you're a fan of Matt Monro to begin with, because it's very, very nice. I think yeah, his the music still live today, very, very popular among young people too, I think. Yeah, I'm so glad I got this particular 2 CD sets, being able to listen to his greatest hit as well as this Lost New York Session singing.